On the Giza Plateau, a colossal figure was carved directly from the bedrock thousands of years ago. Its body aligns with the rising sun, and its gaze faces the eastern horizon. Erosion patterns across its surface have sparked ongoing scientific debate. Traditional dating places it within the Old Kingdom, though some researchers question elements of that timeline. Archaeology has clarified much about ancient Egypt, yet certain aspects of this monument remain discussed. And while it is often described as a royal symbol, some features of its design continue to invite closer examination. It is one of the most iconic and mysterious monuments in the world. The Great Sphinx of Giza has stood in silence for thousands of years, guarding the secrets of ancient Egypt. Carved from a single block of limestone, this enormous statue has puzzled historians, scientists, and explorers alike. Who built it? Why was it built? And what does it truly represent? The answers are not as clear as you might think. In fact, the more we learn about the Sphinx, the more questions we seem to uncover. In this video, we will explore theories that challenge everything we thought we knew about this ancient wonder.
The Great Sphinx of Giza is one of the oldest and largest stone statues on Earth. Measuring about 73 meters long and 20 meters high, it sits on the Giza Plateau near the famous pyramids. Traditional accounts link its construction to the reign of Pharaoh Khafre around 2500 before Common Era. However, there is no definitive inscription on the Sphinx that confirms who built it or why. Its face appears weathered and mismatched with the body, adding to the confusion. Some researchers argue that the Sphinx predates Khafre by centuries, or even millennia. Others note that its design does not match typical royal statues of the time. The absence of solid records has made it a perfect subject for both serious study and fringe speculation. Despite countless excavations and studies, the Sphinx refuses to give up its secrets. It is not only a monument, it is a riddle carved in stone, and it continues to defy logic, history, and time.
Most people believe the Sphinx was built as a guardian of the Giza Plateau, watching over the pyramids and tombs nearby. This idea fits with the statue's position and size. It commands the landscape like a protector. But when we look at the records from ancient Egypt, there is a strange silence. No ancient texts clearly describe its purpose or even mention its construction in detail. This absence of explanation is unusual for a civilization known for its careful record-keeping. It leaves a gap in the historical narrative, inviting new questions. If it was so important, why was it not written about more often? Could it have served a function we do not fully understand? Or perhaps its purpose was considered sacred knowledge reserved only for a few.
The most accepted theory links the Sphinx to Pharaoh Khafre, suggesting it was built during his reign as a symbol of divine power and protection. This is based on its location next to Khafre's pyramid and the discovery of a nearby temple. Yet, the lack of inscriptions or direct references to the Sphinx from his time weakens this theory. Ancient Egyptian monuments usually carried detailed inscriptions, but the Sphinx is silent. Some scholars argue this may be because the monument was built in a time before writing became widespread. Others suggest the statue may have been restored or reinterpreted during Khafre's reign, rather than originally created by him. These possibilities raise doubts about the traditional timeline. Additionally, the body of the Sphinx shows signs of erosion that may indicate much greater age than the pyramid itself. If true, this would completely shift our understanding of Egyptian history. Instead of protecting the pyramids, could the Sphinx have been built long before them? Perhaps it was a relic of an even older civilization, repurposed by later rulers. This unexplained silence in the historical record continues to fuel curiosity and debate.
One of the most debated features of the Sphinx is its face. Many believe it represents Pharaoh Khafre, based on its proximity to his pyramid. But when experts compare the facial features of the Sphinx to statues of Khafre, they find significant differences. The face on the Sphinx is broader, with different proportions and expression. Some researchers argue that it could represent a different pharaoh, or even a non-royal figure. Others suggest that the original head was recarved, meaning it may not have always been a human face. The erosion on the head seems much less severe than on the body, supporting the theory of later modification. If the face was changed, who did it, and why? This opens up new possibilities about identity, symbolism, and lost history.
Detailed measurements and facial studies have shown that the Sphinx's head is too small for its body. This unusual proportion suggests the head was reshaped from a larger, earlier form. Some Egyptologists believe the original head may have been that of a lion, later recarved into a human face. This would fit with the body's feline form and with Egypt's frequent use of animal symbolism. Others propose the Sphinx represents an earlier, now forgotten ruler, whose image was replaced by Khafre's. If true, this would mean the statue underwent political or religious transformation. Ancient Egypt was known for reusing statues and monuments, especially during regime changes. This could explain why the face does not match other statues of Khafre. It also supports theories that the Sphinx is older than commonly believed. The mystery of its face goes beyond simple identity. It touches on questions of power, memory, and control over history. Each layer of stone may hide more than one truth. And the debate continues as new evidence challenges old assumptions.
One of the most controversial ideas about the Sphinx concerns its age. Traditional Egyptology dates it to around 2500 before Common Era, but some geologists disagree. They argue that the erosion on the body is caused not by wind and sand, but by water. This kind of erosion would require long-term rainfall, which last occurred in Egypt thousands of years earlier. If true, it means the Sphinx could be older than the pyramids themselves. That would completely change what we know about ancient Egyptian civilization. It would suggest the existence of an advanced culture long before the dynasties we usually study. The evidence is not universally accepted, but it raises serious questions. What if our timeline of history is incomplete?
Geologist Robert Schoch was one of the first to propose that the erosion on the Sphinx was caused by rainfall, not wind. He noticed deep vertical weathering patterns on the statue's body and enclosure walls. This type of erosion suggests exposure to heavy rains, which Egypt has not seen for thousands of years. Based on this, Schoch estimates that the Sphinx could date back as far as 7,000 or even 9,000 before Common Era. Critics argue that the erosion could be due to salt or other natural processes. But more researchers are beginning to question the traditional timeline. If the Sphinx is that old, then who built it? It would point to a lost civilization, capable of massive stone carving, that predates the known Egyptian dynasties. This theory has not been widely accepted by mainstream Egyptologists, but it has sparked global interest. The weathering on the Sphinx remains one of the most compelling clues that its origins may go deeper than we realize, and that possibility opens the door to entirely new chapters in human history.
While physical evidence is limited, mythology may offer another lens to understand the Sphinx. Ancient texts and temple inscriptions often refer to the sun, the stars, and divine beings guiding the pharaohs. The Sphinx faces directly east, perfectly aligned with the rising sun during the spring equinox. This suggests a solar connection, possibly tied to rebirth or resurrection. Could the Sphinx represent a god, or a spiritual guardian placed at the threshold of life and death? These symbolic roles are deeply rooted in Egyptian beliefs. Exploring their mythology may reveal the hidden meaning behind the Sphinx's design and position. Let us dive into what the ancient texts and rituals can tell us.
The ancient Egyptians associated the Sphinx with the sun god Ra, who journeyed across the sky each day. Some believe the Sphinx served as a solar symbol, marking the sunrise and connecting heaven and earth. Its alignment with the sun during key events of the year supports this theory. Inscriptions on the nearby Dream Stele, placed between the Sphinx's paws by Pharaoh Thutmose IV, describe a vision he received while resting in its shadow. In the dream, the Sphinx promised him the throne if he cleared the sand around it. This suggests the Sphinx was already ancient and partially buried even during his time. Some scholars believe the Sphinx may have played a role in royal initiation rites or solar ceremonies. The symbolism of the lion, strength and power, combined with the human head, may represent divine intelligence ruling the physical world. These connections place the Sphinx at the heart of cosmic and spiritual order in ancient Egypt. While not definitive, the religious meaning adds another layer to the mystery. Perhaps the Sphinx was never just a statue. It was a temple in stone.
For decades, stories have circulated about secret chambers hidden beneath the Sphinx. Explorers, researchers, and even psychics have claimed that a hall of records lies underground. Some say it holds ancient knowledge from a forgotten civilization. Ground-penetrating radar has revealed cavities beneath the Sphinx enclosure, but they have never been fully excavated. The Egyptian government has denied access to many of these areas, fueling speculation. Are they protecting national heritage, or something more? Without proper investigation, We are left with possibilities but no answers. And in that silence, the mystery only grows deeper.
In the 1990s, geophysical surveys detected voids and anomalies beneath the Sphinx's paws and surrounding areas. These findings sparked global interest, especially among those who believe in lost civilizations like Atlantis. One popular idea is that these chambers could contain scrolls, technology, or forgotten history that predates Egypt itself. While no hard evidence confirms this, the data shows that something lies underground. The Egyptian authorities have allowed limited excavation, but much of the area remains untouched. Some researchers claim that political or religious sensitivities may be preventing further exploration. Others argue that these cavities are natural formations or ancient storage areas. Still, the precise layout and rectangular shapes make coincidence hard to believe. If there is something hidden beneath the Sphinx, it could rewrite history. Until then, these underground secrets remain one of archaeology's most fascinating mysteries.
Not all theories about the Sphinx come from science or history. Some suggest it was built not by Egyptians, but by beings from another world. These ideas may sound far-fetched, but they persist because of the monument's unexplained features. The scale, precision, and lack of records make it a magnet for alternative theories. Some even point to ancient texts and art that appear to show flying objects or non-human beings. While mainstream scholars reject these ideas, they continue to capture public imagination. Could the Sphinx be a legacy of forgotten knowledge, or something even stranger? Whether true or not, these theories remind us how deep this mystery goes.
Writers like Erich von Däniken have suggested that ancient monuments, including the Sphinx, were built with help from extraterrestrials. They argue that ancient humans lacked the tools or knowledge to create such advanced structures. Supporters of this theory often cite similarities between ancient cultures that had no known contact. The Sphinx, with its precise alignment and lack of inscriptions, is used as a key example. Some believe it is a beacon or a marker placed by advanced beings to guide or protect humanity. Others say it is proof of a lost civilization with knowledge far beyond what we associate with early human history. While there is no physical evidence to support these claims, they continue to inspire books, documentaries, and online debate. The enduring mystery of the Sphinx makes it a natural focus for such ideas. Even if these theories are unlikely, they highlight the deep human desire to connect with the unknown, and they keep the conversation alive generation after generation.
After all the research, legends, and theories, one question remains. What was the Sphinx truly meant to be? Was it a symbol of divine kingship? A guardian of sacred ground? A reminder of lost wisdom from a time before history was written? Its form, a lion's body with a human head, speaks of strength guided by intelligence. Its gaze toward the rising sun may reflect a deeper cosmic purpose. Perhaps it was meant to connect the heavens and the earth, the living and the dead. Or maybe it is all of these things at once. The Sphinx invites us not just to look at it, but to look within. And in that reflection, we search for meaning.
In many ways, the Sphinx is more than a monument. It is a mirror of our deepest questions. As a guardian, it protects a sacred space. As a symbol, it represents timeless truths. Its silence forces us to listen more carefully to the stories we tell about ourselves. Whether it was built by known kings or forgotten cultures, the Sphinx reminds us that greatness often leaves mystery behind. Its presence challenges what we believe about history, power, and time. It may never give us all the answers, but perhaps that is not its purpose. Perhaps it was meant to inspire, not explain. To awaken awe, not certainty. In that sense, the Sphinx still speaks, and what it says depends on who is listening.
The Great Sphinx of Giza continues to stand as one of the world's greatest enigmas. Its origins, purpose, and meaning remain subjects of endless curiosity and debate. Whether it was built by pharaohs, forgotten ancestors, or guided by the stars, it holds something beyond explanation. Through myths, science, erosion, and mystery, we have only scratched the surface. But that surface has revealed more than we ever expected. If this journey into the Sphinx's secrets made you think differently, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let us know what you believe about its true origins and purpose. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. More ancient wonders and unexplained stories are coming soon. And together, we will keep searching for answers hidden in the stones of history.